Good morning and a very warm welcome from Wentworth and to Inside the Ropes. I'm Elliot Richardson.
And I'm Laura Winter, and a big hello to everyone watching on Facebook and YouTube this morning. Over the next hour, we're going to take you out on the course, behind the scenes, chat to some players on the range. And we've got a special guest joining us later as well. Lots to come.
Yeah, very busy morning ahead here at Wentworth on day 2. Laura, where are you off to first?
I'm off to the locker room, actually.
Laura should be having a lot of fun there, and plenty of cracking golf to look forward to as well. But first, let's have a little recap of what happened yesterday.
The revamped West Course at Wentworth playing host to day 1 of the BMW PGA Championship, the start of the European Tour's new Rolex series. 8 prestigious events. We kick off here. Here's the defending champion, Chris Wood. A bit of frustration on the greens for him today. He held a nice one there at the 7th for par. He did miss several, and in the end he signed for a round of 72. That is level par. Lee Westwood was a couple of shots better than that, certainly helped by a fast start. He was 3 under through 4 holes. This was for Eagle at the par 5, 4th hole. As I say, a round of 72 under for Westwood. One better than that, Henrik Stenson, the Open champion, last year's race to Dubai #1. Didn't look as though he was expecting to hold that one at 11, but he did. And it's a nice start from Stenson. Ernie Els knows this course really well, a former resident. Now, we all thought he'd hold this one for an Eagle 3 at the 12th. It was a lovely touch. But in fact, Ernie had taken a little drop there and he placed the ball, he said, in the wrong place. He called a 2-shot penalty on himself, and instead of signing for a round of 69, it was a 71 for Els. That's 1 under par. To Francesco Molinari. Really steady start from the Italian. No surprise there. 5 under 67 for him. 6 birdies, just the 1 drop shot. And he's alongside Kiradek Abibanrat from Thailand. Birdie chance for him at the 13th. They're just 1 shot off the lead. And alongside them is Scotland's Scott Jamieson, a 1-time winner on the European Tour. Shown some good form this season. That was a nice putt at the 13th. So he's at 5 under as well. And the man leading the way is the 30-year-old Swede, Johan Karlsson, looking for his first European Tour victory. A birdie at 15 took him to 7 under with 3 to play. He did drop a shot at last and in the end signed for a round of 66. Karlsson leading by 1.
Yeah, absolutely terrific round there from Johan Karlsson, leading the way by a single shot from Jamieson Apibanrat and Francesco Molinari. I'm going to bring in our man, Ollie Collis. Welcome along, Ollie. Another hot day here at Wentworth and some terrific golf ahead.
Well, fantastic weather. I think it's hotter than it was yesterday. And look at this backdrop, the first tee.
Absolutely stunning. And quick word on Johan Karlsson. Terrific show from him yesterday, 66, but some big names in behind him. Henrik Stenson, Thomas Pieters, also on 4 under, just 2 shots back.
Well, your man Thomas Pieters right there, but Johan Karlsson, his first ever first-round lead, a 1-shot lead. Be interesting to see how he does today.
Yeah, he's on a little bit later on, Johan Karlsson. Just a reminder as well for all you viewers on Facebook and YouTube, keep leaving your comments, keep those questions coming in for Laura, who's going to be on the driving range a little bit later on. And Ollie, I believe there's a chance to win a car.
Well, kind of. Stay tuned, because you saw the soft top flop shot challenge yesterday. There's more of that today, and you could win that car.
It really will be worth it, trust me. But right now we're going to go over to Laura, who's in the locker room.
If you've ever wanted an exclusive look inside the locker room at Wentworth Club, you're in luck. Look where we are. A truly all-access area guided tour here on Inside the Ropes. So come with me. I'm going to show you exactly what goes on inside the men's locker room here at Wentworth Club. Such a luxurious feeling here. Lots of mahogany and leather. Plenty of spikes on offer too for our players. And of course, all the lockers are named as well. So follow me and we're going to see who we've got playing here this week. First up, Matt Wallace, a winner in Portugal 2 weeks ago. He's making his debut here alongside Englishman Jordan Smith as well. Now, another man making his debut, Pep Angles, the Spaniard, And as he makes his walk toward the first tee out of this door, well, he's going to have plenty of inspiration. So not all the players are actually based down here. Now we're going to go upstairs where the top ranked players for the tournament are. So come on, come with me quickly. Lots of goings on here. Wentworth Club already a hive of activity as we make our way along here. Excuse me, sir, sorry. Here we go then, up towards the upstairs men's locker room. Now don't forget, we're truly walking in the footsteps of champions. The very best of the game have graced these stairs, and each and every day they will be preparing themselves for the tournament ahead. This, of course, is a members-only area as well, so we really shouldn't be here. This is truly a very exclusive and very lucky look inside the goings-on at Wentworth Club. Now follow me in here. This is the upstairs locker room. So come on in. And here are some of the biggest and best names in golf. Westwood, Keimer, Ernie Els, of course, an integral part of the course redesign here at Wentworth. Luke Donald, two-time champion here. And make my way around here. Who else have we got? Ben Ann as well, winner here in 2015. And plenty of players have left their golf clubs lying around as well. Molinari, Weisberger here, Molinari's clubs just there, and of course Brandon Grace's as well. And they have got the Arnold Palmer umbrella logo on the bag. Now if you head round here, this is where it's at. Here are the hot favourites for the BMW PGA Championship this week. We've got defending champion Chris Wood, and right next to him, Ian Poulter. It's going to be very interesting to see how Poulter gets on this week after a torrid time with injury. If you follow me around here, we've got Danny Willett, of course, US Masters champion as well, the first Englishman in 20 years to don the green jacket. Next to him, Tyrrell Hatton, my pick for the championship this week. And of course, we've got Olympic champion and Olympic silver medalist Henrik Stenson and Justin Rose. So from one Rose to another, let's head to Matt on the course.
Good morning, everyone. A very, very warm welcome to the second tee. We're in a very privileged spot here. The sun is shining. It is absolutely beautiful down here. All very exciting. So far, we've seen some amazing players go through. Those who got up early, those who managed to make it in early enough, have seen the likes of Henrik Stenson. He's going well on 4 under. Thomas Peters, he's dropped a shot back. He's now on 3 under. But absolutely brilliant golf that we've been treated to. Let's head over here. We're just going to see if we can catch the players just on here holding out. So this is the first green, which is very, very close to the second tee, so I'm going to have to whisper. So here we've got Fabrizio Zanotti, Brett Rumford, and Richie Ramsey. Those are the 3 players that we've got playing here. So I'm going to have to be quiet. I apologise about that. Okay, so Fabrizio Zanotti, I think he's just going to mark his ball here. Maybank champion, had a great, great season. Doing very, very well. Now this is Richie Ramsey lining up a long putt. This will be his birdie putt. Greens, of course, this morning running a lot slower than they would have been yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon. Very, very quick by the end of play yesterday. So the Scot is lining up the ball. They do take their time. A lot has been made about slow play recently, but here he goes. He's taking one final look at it. Galleries have been very impressive so far today. A lot of people out early following some brilliant pairings. Well, I think he's just had some disruption. So there he goes. Sets again. Barely touched that. Amazing stroke. And that's going to miss. So So yeah, so we'll have that for birdie. So I'll have that for par rather. So lots going on down here on the first screen and second tee. It's a great spot. If you're coming down later in the week, get down here. It's brilliant.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. More from Matt Rose a little bit later on. Just to wrap you up, some of the marquee groups today already out on the course. We've got Martin Keimer, we've got Lee Westwood and Thomas Pieters. Thomas Pieters has actually dropped a shot. He's back to 3 under. Martin Keimer has gained one, so he's up to 3 over. And we've got another group as well, Ollie, who just came out about 10 minutes after those.
Well, Tommy Fleetwood, he's off to a hot start. He's 2 under today, and Stenson, can he follow up with that bogey-free 68 from yesterday?
Yeah, we've got as well already out on the course, Beef Johnson as well, Andy Sullivan, Alex Noren going well, extremely well, 4 under par also.
Looking ahead to the afternoon, off at 12:40. Danny Willett, Chris Wood, Luke Donald. Chris Wood, level par yesterday. He shot level par last year and went on to win.
Perhaps a good omen there. Luke Donald's not going so well. He's a former champion, of course, a 2-time former champion. Matthew Fitzpatrick, 1 over. Justin Rose will be satisfied, level par. And the big easy, Ernie Els at 1 under par. Everyone hopes for him to do well as well. Ernie Els going extremely well. He tees off at 12:50. But right now we're going to go over to Laura, who's back on the driving range, just over to my left.
Thank you very much indeed, Elliot. Yes, here I am on the driving range, up close and personal with some of the players we've got here. And they're all around me now, preparing for day 2 of the first stop of the Rolex series, the BMW PGA Championship. James Morrison here, just lining up a shot. We'll let him take that, and I'll let you guys watch this. It is astonishing to watch some of these guys absolutely rip it on this range. I'm going to take the opportunity now, before he lines up another, to come and have a quick chat. James, good morning. Another beautiful sunny day here at Wentworth. How are you enjoying the tournament?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's always a great week being at home here too. Always big crowds, because I see friends and family in the crowd too. So when the sun is shining, it's even better.
And the crowds yesterday, I saw a lot of players tweeting about the impact that had. What were they like for you?
Oh, it's brilliant for us to play in front of a crowd. It's fantastic, and they're always good here. They're always 4 or 5 deep, and they're always they're always good crowds. Clap good shots and boo bad shots. So it's always they're always good crowds.
1 over for you yesterday.
Yep.
What's the game plan today?
It's windy this morning, so as windy as it was yesterday afternoon. So I guess it's just keep the ball in play. The thing about Wentworth is it's not overly difficult, but it's tricky. So you can easily make plenty of bogeys. So it's keep it in play, and when I get a chance, try and take it.
Of course, significant improvements made to the course as well. What did you make of them yesterday?
Brilliant. Yeah, I played 2 weeks ago, and much better. The place still has its charm and all that history behind it. So the bad bits that were brought in there have taken away now, and it's just a fantastic course again.
And here on the range, I have to say, we've got music playing. What do you make of that? And I know that the players have been requesting songs as well, so what was your song of choice?
If you were live a minute ago, you would have heard me shouting at the guy to turn it down, so I'm a bit old school in that way. I like to have a bit of peace and quiet, but it's great for the game, great for the tour, bringing young people in and actually enjoying watching guys hit balls on the range, and because most guys want to come here and watch boys hit balls on the range, not so much go on the golf course, so it can get a bit monotonous sometimes watching people hit ball after ball, but a bit of music's fun, and I didn't put a request in, but I said to my caddy, if I put one in, it would have been silence.
Well, there you go. Best of luck to you today. Thank you so much for talking to us. Right, come with me then. We're going to walk down the range and see who else is around with us. Joachim Lagergren just next to him. Darren Fickart here just lining up a shot as well. And also here, if we get the camera to pan around, you can see everyone watching, the very best players in the world, doing what they do day in, day out. But right in front here, you can get all the tips from the very best players. Wade Ormsby here, Callum Shinkwin as well. Range looking absolutely stunning this morning for a lovely day. Day 2 here of the BMW PGA Championship. And Matt Southgate here as well, just lining up a shot. We're going to wait for him to play that. And I'm going to jump in for a quick chat. Matt, good morning. All smiles, sun is shining. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, obviously the wind's up again this morning, but looking forward to getting out there and trying to improve on yesterday.
And talk me through yesterday. How tricky is this course?
It's really tricky. The greens were really firm yesterday, so I had quite a lot of good shots to sort of pitch by the hole and ended up sort of 20 feet past. And it's difficult to set up chances out there, so hopefully get the hang of it a bit more today.
And the crowds as well. We can see people here watching you guys on the range. The music's playing out here, even though we've been told to turn it down already. What do you make of the crowds? How good is it to see people out here enjoying golf?
Yeah, it's superb. That's what the sport's all about, and obviously we enjoy playing it. And if this amount of people can turn up and enjoy watching it, that's our goal really as professionals and sort of entertainers, as it were. And hopefully this tournament grows and other tournaments grow alongside it.
A home crowd as well. What impact does that have for you?
It's good. The difficult thing for me is not to try too hard, because you get a lot of sort of support from my golf club and family and stuff. So it's difficult just to concentrate on what I'm doing rather than sort of try and show off a bit or try too hard in front of them.
Yeah, it's not the course to be too aggressive, is it? Very tight. Well, best of luck to you today. Thank you so much. Well, as you can see, players in full swing here getting ready for the day ahead. I'll head back to you guys now on the first tee.
Yeah, cheers, Laura. Thanks very much. More from Laura Winter later on. But right now, we've got the man in the know, the social media man, Ollie. What have you got for us?
Well, as you know, Elliot, we are Facebook Live. Welcome everyone watching on Facebook. And the comments have been flooding in. Adam, go Alex Noren. Edith Grand wants Stenson to win. Dave, hello to David Ball. Christopher Fletcher, he's watching again. Jamie Kennedy, he's asked, what hair product are you? So it's actually El Natural, Jamie. But on the subject of social media, it's now time for the social media wrap. Far juicier than yesterday, Elliot, and we kick things off and have a look at Darren Clark. He tweeted how impressed he was with this new look Wentworth, and it looks absolutely stunning. And Ernie Els, one of the men behind the redesign, replied and said thank you to Darren Clark. So that's nice to see the players interacting on Twitter. Now back to Johan Carlsen. That's 66 yesterday. There it is. What a round.
Yeah, look at the front nine as well. It's incredible.
Fantastic stuff. He said it was real fun, big event, and a great atmosphere. And it was a fantastic atmosphere yesterday. But on the fifth green, there was a bit of a fifth tee. There was a bit of a hold up. And here's Thomas Peters. He's climbed up a TV tower, Elliot. And he thought he'd enjoy some of the action while he was waiting for the tee to clear, and he was watching reigning Open champion Henrik Stenson, and why not? And there's Lee Westwood as well, thought he'd join.
Oh yeah, there's Lee.
But of course, who better to watch than Henrik Stenson when he's playing shots like this? Let's see him on the fourth tee. No tee here, let's hear the sound of this one.
Wow.
Bosh! Lasered that one down the fairway, and that's 68. A great round from Henrik Stenson.
Yeah, well in contention. This, of course, a man who was 20 under par at the Open last year. So
very impressive player. There's that 68, and I guess playing that well is the sweet smell of success.
Well, it was hot yesterday. We'll let them off.
It was, and it's even hotter today. Now, what about Danny Willett playing with Luke Donald in one of the groups? There they are. But what about my pick, Chris Wood? He's feeling a bit left out, Elliot. He says I was in that group as well.
Defending champion as well. How can you miss Chris Wood out?
Well, the BMW PGA Championship is making waves across the world because Billy Horschel, the most recent winner on the PGA Tour, said he's been watching this event on TV since he was 13, wants to get himself over to the UK to play. We'd love to see you here, Billy. Please do join us. Now, Elliot, yesterday...
Oh no, what have you got? What have you done?
We had a few technical difficulties and you had some yourself. Let's take a look at Elliot yesterday doing a few practice runs.
Hello, hi there. We're here on the range.
What was that? What?
That's too loud. It's way too loud.
No, that was the,
Yeah.
that was the mic.
Yeah.
Let's see a replay of your face.
I think I burst an eardrum there, Ollie. It's not good news.
How is the ear today?
Yeah, it's a little bit better today. I've got a good microphone, so.
Well, back to the action. And of course, the two prizes yesterday were the M4 and the i8. Now, the M4 making waves with the players at 14th. Justin Rose, he's checking to see if he's got a spot on his nose in the mirror. But did anyone go close to winning that car? Let's take a look at Tyrrell Hatton. The European Tour said it's a game of inches, and take a look at this. great strike.
Wow.
So close to winning that car. What a great shot from Tyrrell Hatton.
Really close.
And finally, the European Tour have been busy because they got another video to drop, and this time it features beef. So let's take a look at a little teaser, and it's going to be dropping tonight. Here he is in a car with a kid. Let's find out what happens.
I know it's your birthday, and I've got a little present for you as well. That's for you.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem, man. Happy birthday.
Well, what a great birthday present that
He's such a character, isn't he?
It's fantastic to have him back here at the first ever Rolex Series event at the BMW PGA Championship. And that, Elliot, was a social media wrap.
I'm guessing you did those graphics yourself as well, Ollie.
Well, big shout out to Matt Taylor who made those very impressive graphics.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ollie Collis, the man in the know with the social media as always. But right now we're going to go over to Laura. Remember the soft top flop shot? Hope I said that right. She was with the French golfer Mike Lorenzo Vera.
Mike, absolutely gorgeous day here at Wentworth. How pleased are you to be back here in Surrey, in England, and in the sunshine?
It's very easy to be happy for me because it's my favorite week of the year. It's really the tournament I like the most. I mean, the organization, the course, everything is awesome. Plus this year the setup is absolutely fantastic. So, plus the weather, here you go. Perfect.
We've got the weather in the UK for once. Now, a birdie told me you are quite a character on tour and quite a funny guy as well. Who do you normally hang out with?
Well, I spend a lot of time with the Frenchies, so like Greg Havre, Alex Levy, I mean pretty much of all the boys, and we're trying to have some good moments together. But I'm a good friend with Biff also. And lucky he's gone now to the USA, he's boring.
And what do you get up to off the course as well?
Say again, sorry.
What do you get up to off the course? You know, you've got this reputation as this big character. What have you done to earn that?
Well, a lot of parties before. So breaking a lot of clubs also. I remember the sponsor were not happy. But I tried never to be boring to other players also, so that's why maybe they like me. So yeah, it's a good combination of party, breaking club and being nice. Normally you're kind of good character here.
And of course we've got to mention the moustache.
Yeah.
How do you maintain a bad boy like that?
It's very easy, you know. Look at my beard. I look like a 14-year-old, and I'm lucky to have a good stash, so I'm trying to keep it. And I love Machete also, the movie, Danny Trejo. So I hope I'll look like him one day when I'm old.
And do other players try to imitate you?
No, good for them.
Do you think they find it threatening? Do you think it helps your game?
The game, no, but maybe the image is not too bad with it, yeah.
And why have you decided to grow it out?
Because if I cut it, I look like a 12-year-old, fat, you know, chubby. That's it. I'm
So for
trying
you-
to have a girlfriend, you know. So that's why I'm trying to look older.
So for you, it's simply an image thing.
No, I like it. I prefer the stash. I like this Mexican style.
Obviously, BMW PGA Championships, we're talking about cars here. If you could go on a road trip with any European Tour player, who would it be and why?
Well, definitely Biff for sure, to have some fun. Henrik Stenson, he's a pretty funny guy. And well, another one, Alex Levy, definitely to keep the fun up in the car and to speak French a bit, it's nice.
A real road trip then. Who would be in charge of the music?
Me, because I love Metallica and stuff, so I don't want to hear this kind of pop music and stuff, so I'll take care of that.
No Taylor Swift?
No Taylor Swift, please.
Well, that moves us very nicely on to the soft top flop shot challenge. Now, the challenge is very simple. Mike has 45 seconds to get as many shots as he can into that BMW i8 out there on the course. Mike, how are you feeling?
Nervous, really nervous.
You should be. This is harder than it looks.
Yeah, because apparently the record is 1, so I'll try to do 1.
Try harder. Try and win this. I have faith in you. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Little bit short there. No joy so far. 0 from 2, no pressure. That's close. A little bit long. All you need is one. Just one. That was very close. I thought that was going in. Oh, almost. Oh, I don't know. We're going to have to talk to someone about that one. Ooh. I'm looking towards my producers here. Does that count? It does not count. What? It does not count. It bounced out, so it does not count.
The last one?
The one that bounced out, it does not count. I'm sorry.
Bounced in?
It's got to stay in. It bounced out.
You told me that just in.
It can bounce in, but yours bounced in and then out.
Yeah, but it bounced in.
No, it has to stay in.
Oh
no,
it bounced in.
It has to stay in.
Ah, come on, I didn't know. I would have played that much higher.
I'm sorry. 0 for Mike.
1, officially. I did it. Problem of rules here. Come on, referee!
Yeah, he's an absolute character, isn't he? He's Mike Lorenzo Vera, but didn't fare too well yesterday.
Bit of controversy there with that decision, but of course, we said before with Facebook Live, more people are tuning in. Hello to Connor, Gemma, Billy, Henry, Adam, thank you. And if you have any questions for Laura, please also tweet us. Plus, you could win that car. You could win that car. You can find out tomorrow. We're on a brand new time. Elliot, what time is that?
11:30. Okay. So thanks very much again, Ollie. Right now as well, we're going to go over to Matt Rose. Where's Matt?
Hello. Right, we are down by the sixth tee. Players just finishing off their putting. This is the par 3 fifth. So they're just going to finish off on the green. We've got a brilliant group here. This is Thomas Peters, currently putting out, but it's Peters, Westwood and Keimer. Lee Westwood going very, very well indeed. 4 under still, and we're going to join them as they come up. This is Lee Westwood making his way onto the next tee. Martin Keimer, not the day he was hoping for yesterday. He's certainly going to be looking to make amends for that 4 over, which was not at all what we expected. And Thomas Peters just popping his putter back in his bag. Lovely, lovely pink shirt today. I wore something similar yesterday. Anyway, let's join them as they go up. We're going to keep walking down this side. How's everyone doing? All good? All good? Everyone having a great time? Let's just pop up. Apologise for talk. I do have a louder voice than this, but we just have to talk very quietly while we're on the course. Here we go. So the 6th tee. This is a par 4. We're just gonna hang back here and watch their tee shots as they'll be lining up. So that's Thomas Peters just making his way up there. 418 yards. It's a short par 4, but it's certainly a tricky one. Major bunkering on the right-hand side here. A lot has been made about the bunkers being removed from here at Wentworth, but yeah, major bunkers still in play. They have been shallowed, of course, but I'll tell you what, if you're in them, it's still a very, very, very tricky second shot. So here we go then. This is Lee Westwood on the tee, and yeah, he'll be looking to get a nice drive down the middle here. I'll tell you what, when you're up here and you look at just how thin those fairways are, I don't know about you, but I would not fancy myself to get it in the fairway from here, if I'm completely honest. But there he is, takes a practice swing and takes a look at it, and he's stepping up to the ball now. Lovely swing. That is heading quite right. Ooh, is he going to get short? Yep, I think he's just short of those bunkers if it holds. It's held beautifully actually, and it's coming down the slope into the middle of the fairway. Perfect shot there from from Lee Westwood. He can be very, very happy with that. All right, next up, Thomas Pieters, the Belgian, having a good season. He'd love a win. I'm sure he would love a win. Burst onto the scene as a promising youngster. Has worked with Pete Cowan, his coach, since he was 13, and is apparently as talented as Stenson at the same age. So there you go. Different line to Westwood, but I think that's going to be good. The crowd like it, as long as it holds. Yeah, perfect shot again from Thomas Pieters. Brilliant driver of the ball. Actually outdrove everyone on average yesterday by 10 yards. A whole 10 yards. Can you believe that? I'll tell you what, 10 yards is a long way when you've got some of the bigger hitters here. And finally coming up, Martin Keimer. Don't forget, 4 over for the day. And that has gone dead straight, right down the middle. And that is going to be very nice, just up by Lee Westwood. So lots happening out here on the course. It really is a beautifully sunny day and very exciting golf being played. Back to you.
Yeah, cheers, Matt. Very, very much is a beautiful day here at Wentworth. Highs of around 29 degrees expected on day 2. Some cracking action already. We are going to recap the leaderboards. Ollie, it's still very much the case. Johan Carlsen doesn't tee off until 3 o'clock this afternoon. He's on 6 under par, and Scott Jamieson, Francesco Molinari and Kiradech Aphibarnrat just behind him. But I understand there have been a few early movers lower down the list, Ollie.
Yes, Oliver Fisher, he's 1 under today, and Ben Ann, the winner 2 years ago, he's also 1 under. Both men 3 under par and making a good move for the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Henrik Stenson as well, still 4 under. Thomas Pieters, I believe, is back up to 4 under there as well. So going extremely well there, Pieters and Stenson. Now, plenty to look forward to, but I caught up with a couple of other players earlier on in the week. England's famous Wentworth course sees the launch of the European Tour's Rolex series. The BMW PGA Championship is the first of 8 events carrying prize money of more than €7 million. As a new era dawns, defending champion Chris Wood returns the trophy.
There you go.
Thanks very much. Well,
hopefully you can give it back to me on Sunday.
I hope so too. That'd be fantastic.
Big changes for the tour, great changes for the tour, and an exciting summer of golf. From here on in, our schedule matches anywhere in the world for me.
I've seen some terrible legs hanging out of some shorts here, so obviously all these new strategies and things the tour have implemented. I think so here's some music in the background as well. So obviously the Rolex series starting this week it's amazing for the tour, and the future looks really good.
I think the Rolex series, although it is significant and substantial in terms of the prize fund, it's much more than that. It is a festival here at the event, and the television content and all the content across all our platforms will be significantly enhanced.
Second spot at the Players' Championship secured an invite for Ian Poulter. The Englishman is bullish despite 1 top 10 finish here in 13 attempts.
Game's in shape. I'm starting to hole a couple of putts. If I can keep working on the putting stroke and hole a few more putts, then who knows what could happen.
The game is pretty fickle at times. It was only a few weeks ago that I had a good chance to win at Harbour Town and Hilton Head, so certainly not very far away, and hopefully some good memories here will bring back some top form.
Plenty of star names and lots of excitement ahead.
Lovely then to hear from the star names and indeed some of the home favourites as well, playing here at the BMW PGA Championship. Of course, the first stop in the new Rolex series this year, the flagship event for the European Tour. I'm still on the range now. The sun is blaring down, the tunes are on as well, and I think the players are all very much enjoying themselves. I'm going to head over here now, a brief break in play to speak to Thomas Aiken. Good morning. Beautiful day at Wentworth again. A bit of wind. How are you feeling this morning?
Good. I mean, when you get weather like this in England, it's always a good day.
Trust me, it's a rare day as well. We've had wind and rain coming up to this, so you are very lucky indeed. I was just mentioning there the music that's being played here. Obviously, golf innovating, modernising. What's your take on it?
I think it's great. I think it adds a nice aspect for the spectators. It creates an atmosphere, and that's really what we're trying to do. We're here to entertain people. When you go to other sporting events like rugby or cricket, you always got music playing in intervals, so I think it adds a nice, unique change. I think Keith Pelly's done a good job.
And 1 over for you yesterday. What's the game plan today? What are you going to do?
You know, it's such a great. It's very much a strategy game around here, and attack mode because the course can bite. So just stick to the game plan. That hopefully we can sink a few more putts than yesterday.
Thank you very much to you, and T. Best of luck today. I think we're going to head back to the studio. Elliot and Ollie.
Thank you very much, Laura. More from her a little bit later on. We're situated just in front of the first tee here, and I'm delighted to be joined by Keith Jackson of Sky Sports Golf. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Not a problem.
Keith, first question I want to fire across to you is about innovation in golf. What do you make of Keith Pelly's involvement so far in terms of shaping up the future tour?
I think ever since he's become chief executive, he's really embraced the innovation and the drive to get the youngsters interested in golf, and it's a huge part of the game. Getting fans of golf in general, more interactive with the players and trying to speed the game up. And we've seen it, the Golf Sixes was a prime example this year, the Hero Challenge at the British Masters last year. Some great ideas, and just the way he's embracing it is good for the future of the game.
Yeah, you alluded to Golf Sixes. How do you think that was widely received?
I think it was received very well, and it wasn't necessarily aimed at the traditional golf fan. It was aimed to try and get more people interested in golf, speed the game up. The players looked so relaxed. Every one of them had fun. I spoke to Renato Paratore yesterday, and he said he really enjoyed himself, and he'd be keen to play more events like that. And I think that was the general consensus from a lot of the players. And there was a few that didn't play that wish they did, and that's a good sign going forward. And I think we'll see that definitely on the calendar for the next few years.
Yeah, I guess it's important as well to stick with the PGA Tour as well, because that is obviously a huge competitor. Mm-hmm. Can the European Tour do any more, do you think, of what Keith Pelly's already doing?
I think they're coming up with new things all the time. On the introduction of the Rolex series, more points, more prize money, getting certain events, back up to prestigious levels that they enjoyed back in the day, and just trying to keep there's such a wealth of talent in Europe at the moment, and trying to keep them as much as possible on the European Tour to stop them playing the majority of their golf on the PGA Tour. Again, that's a good sign, and good for the Ryder Cup, good for European golf.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is the flagship event of the European Tour, and a raft of changes, including bunkers, greens, etc., but not just on the course but off it as well. Have you managed to take in some of the innovative techniques off the course as well?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the virtual reality stuff this year, the 360, that's gone down pretty well, and Sky as well, no studio that used to be right next to us. We're out in the open, they can speak to the players on the putting green. We've been doing some master classes, and again, there's going to be more of that coming up for the Open as well. The Open Zone was such a popular innovation last year, and it was the positive feedback was overwhelming, and I think it's something to build on, and again something to get the kids into the game and get them interested.
Absolutely, and more from Keith Jackson in just a moment or so. As we're sticking on Wentworth, Laura yesterday took a look round the tournament village.
Here at Wentworth, it's not just about the golf. There's a lot on offer to explore.
Yes, you spent 18 holes following your favourite player, and you just need a bit of time to relax. This is the place to do it.
So, let's head inside.
Come on, Laura. Oh my goodness. Well, you've hit the back. Well done.
Come on. What do you think?
Now, Laura, I've had my eye on this for you. I think this would look lovely.
That is lovely.
Yeah, pink your colour?
Exactly my
very
colour.
Good.
I love it.
There's one more item which I think might suit you very well too. This little number. Thoughts?
Okay.
Still time.
Oh, this looks nice.
Tada!
So there you have it, the BMW PGA Championship Tournament Village.
Come down and experience it for yourself.
Yeah, so Matt and Laura, fantastic time yesterday in the tournament village. Something very similar as well at the Golf Sixes just a couple of weeks ago. Lots of innovative, quirky little stuff to get fans involved in. And once again, Keith, do you think that is the way forward? Is it worth trying to jazz up the events like you saw at the Golf Sixes?
I think just everything about it, in particular the pace of play and speeding the game up. One of the most common complaints about golf is too slow, whether you're playing at club level or whether you're watching professionals on the TV. You know, people are saying, get on with it, get on with it. That's why it was so great watching someone like Paratore at the Golf Sixes. But you had that interaction with the players. You had the innovations on each hole. You had the shot clock hole. The longest drive and things like that. It was kind of thrown together in a short space of time. There were some things maybe they can add for the next one. There were some things they can maybe remove. But it was a great venue, great concept. You know, 6 holes. I played the Pro-Am the day before, and it was done in an hour and 15 minutes. You know, there was a couple of matches that took barely an hour. I think that is the way forward. And the fact that people can look at it and think, well, you know, it doesn't necessarily take 5 hours to play a round of golf. You know, we can just go out, have fun, play 9 holes or play a sixes competition. And I think it is the way forward, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously Wentworth's a different flavour of golf. It's more for your traditionalists, etc. And it's part of the new inaugural Rolex series. And do you think this could be the thing that puts the European Tour firmly on an even par with the PGA Tour?
Yeah, absolutely, and especially the initial part of the Rolex series is builds up to the Open as well. So it's a good incentive for players, not just European players, but for maybe some Americans to come over and give it a go. And maybe we see Patrick Reed tried it last year. There's been a few others in the past that they don't necessarily have to stay put on the PGA Tour. The more incentives you can get to get the world-class players on the European Tour, the better. And I think the Rolex Series can play a huge part in that.
Yeah, we've got events in Turkey, in Italy, in France, which is the one after Wentworth as well. Huge prize money, $7 million a pop at each event. And
yeah.
Do you think can the prize money increase? Is it going to increase year after year?
I think so, and especially the sorts of events that they're normally well attended. And when the French Open, I think right in saying is the oldest championship in the world, so they've all got their own prestige. They have all got their own identity. The Irish Open's going to be a good one as well. We've got obviously Rory McIlroy hosting, and that's a big draw. And you've got John Rahm coming over for that, and we'll see a lot of star names there, and a lot of star names at the rest of the Rolex Series events.
And just to mention again on Wentworth, do you think, can you feel the tournament will be re-energised because it's been included as part of the Rolex Series?
Absolutely, yeah. And the whole package with Wentworth this year, with all the course changes, a lot of players stayed away from Wentworth in the past because they didn't like the course, didn't like the condition. They've addressed that, they've spent the money, the investment's been good. And again, launching the Rolex Series, there's no better place to do it, is there?
Yeah. Can I finally tempt you into a winner this week?
Oh, I like Tyrrell Hatton's chances. I think he was one off the lead going into the final round last year. He's been playing ever so well this year. Honda Classic, one of the tougher courses in America. He's enjoyed his time out there. He's a good big occasion player, I think. And he's got a good track record here. Thomas Pieters as well. His game's ideally suited for here. And I'm going to lean towards Hatton. How about Hatton beating Thomas Pieters in a playoff?
There we go. Now you have it. Thank you very much for your time. Keith Jackson of Sky Sports Golf. Tyrrell Hatton is his pick. Thomas Pieters is mine. We'll have to see how they all get on. But right now we're going to go and join Matt Rose, who's back on the course.
Yeah, we've hot-footed it from the sixth tee all the way to the 7th fairway. Amazing what you can do in a buggy, don't you think? So here we are. We are right in the throngs of the action here. Now, there's a few big groups going around at the moment. You've got Ian Poulter just in front, Bernd Wiesberger as well, Ben Young-An, who's the 2015 champion. They're all in front. Then behind these guys, you've got Tommy Fleetwood, Brandon Grace, etc. People like this is really, really where a lot of the crowds are coming today, because obviously you want to catch a sight of the big stars. So this is a great spot to be. We're right in the woods. A lot of you won't have seen this part of Wentworth. This is a really, really nice spot. Beautiful sunny day. Lots and lots of people enjoying their time. So they're just hitting off the 7th tee. Now, I'll be completely honest, I don't know exactly who has hit where, because we can't see, because it's a proper dog leg left to right down here. So I can't tell you exactly whose ball is whose, but we can have a look at them. So if you can see over there, we've got our first tee shot, which has just gone there. Crowds really streaming down at the moment, as they do when they follow the bigger groups. And say Lee Westwood actually dropped a shot on the 5th hole. So he was at 3 under. So he'll be hoping again just to get that form back. So crowds are coming down now. We've got a marshal running across the fairway, so I can only assume that means they've all hit. So yeah, there's 2 balls down here. There we go. So there's 2 balls down here. So as the crowd stream round, we're just going to take a look. If you can just look up to the green, you can see Ian Poulter. Ian Poulter's just walking past. He's probably just going to go behind that tree mark. So you're going to be this couldn't be in a worse spot. But there you are. There's Ian Poulter, and Ben Young is just around the corner. He's actually over his putt, I think, at the moment. There we go. He's just holed that. I would assume that might be for a par. Heavy bunkering on the right-hand side there. So you've got 2 huge bunkers, and probably actually here you've got really good perspective, because if you look up there, you can see past the advertising hoardings. But that is a good, I'd say 15 feet. 15-20 feet from the bunker all the way up to the green. That's a long way to try and hit a bunker shot out of. I don't know about you, I do not fancy that, so I would stay well clear up left. However, these guys' second shots, anything short, and they're gonna roll off. They're gonna roll down that hill. Obviously, very, very firm fairways. That's gonna run all the way back down, and that's gonna be a very, very tricky shot. So here come this group behind us. So Lee Westwood making his way on the right-hand side. Now, I can only assume that poor Martin Keimer, he's not having a good day. Didn't yesterday, hasn't today. He's heading down the left-hand side, which, as we just showed you earlier, is never a good thing. He'll be talking to his caddy, Craig Connolly, there at the moment. They'll be trying to sort this out. I mean, ideally get away with the par, but I tell you what, this is going to be a very, very tricky shot. Craig Connolly has been working with him now for many, many years, so I'm sure they'll have been here before. I'm sure they'll know what they're doing. Meanwhile, Lee Westwood in perfect position over there, and then Thomas Peters will be making his way right to the centre at the moment. So, look, we're going to let them take their next shots. For the time being, back to you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Matt Rose there. And we're just going to give you a little recap on the leaderboards here at Wentworth on day 2. Of course, Johan Carlsen still in the lead. He doesn't tee off until much later on this afternoon, around 3 o'clock. There's a 3-man band behind him. Scott Jamieson, Kiradek Appi, Barnrat and Francesco Molinari on 5 under. And there we can see a couple of players just behind.
Well, Tommy Fleetwood is still 2 under par. Hopefully he can get a few more birdies in front of this home crowd, but not much movement early on, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of birdies this afternoon.
Yeah, there will be, and watch out for some of the big names as well. Justin Rose, level par on his resumption on day 2. We'll have to see if he can make a run. He's been an unlucky loser so many times, hasn't he? A runner-up, Justin Rose. We'll have to see how he gets on.
A lot losing in that playoff at the Masters, but it'd be great to see him win on home soil.
Yeah, some big names here, but right now I believe Laura is over on the first tee.
I'm actually on the putting green. I've made my way out from the driving range, taking the same course that the players take as they are making their preparations. The putting green, of course, lined with spectators. Everyone here trying to catch a glimpse of some of the best players in the world doing what they do best. Just over my right shoulder here, you can also see the Sky Sports studio as well. We've got over 8 hours of live television today. This is the biggest and best coverage of the BMW PGA Championship, I think, ever. More TV coverage and more money involved than ever before in what is a flagship event for the European Tour. Now, behind me here, you can also see some of the players. We have Chris Paisley's come off now, but he was there. Paul Dunn as well. Joachim Lagergren, who we did see out on the range as well. Nacho Elvira was also here putting just a moment ago. He's probably heading over toward the first tee. Of course, here is where the players make their final preparations. And we spoke to Elvira as well yesterday. And of course, he took part in our soft top flop shot challenge with a score of 1. So hopefully he'll have a better day today out on the range and on the green itself as well. Over my shoulder, of course, you can see the first tee. That's what this is all about, with the beautiful Wentworth clubhouse in the background as well. Final preparations underway here. We'll head back to you boys in the studio.
Thank you very much, Laura. A little bit more from her a bit later on, but right now we're going to have a look at some of the updated betting lists. What do you think, Ollie? Who's out in the lead?
Well, before me, I'd like to throw it to you guys watching at home on Facebook Live. Tell us who you think is going to come through today. But Henrik Stenson is now, of course, the favourite for round 2. 9-2 he is. Francesco Molinari, Alexander Noren, and your pick, Elliot. Yeah. Thomas Peters, 11-1.
11-1. I thought he'd be a little bit higher than that, actually.
Then we've got
on Peters.
Brandon Grace is 12-1. Shane Lowry, Tyrrell Hatton, Keith Jackson's pick. And, of course, Ross Fisher at 14-1. So plenty of great players there trying to add the BMW PGA Championship to their titles.
And that is, of course, going to fluctuate as the day keeps going on. I believe Rafael Jacquelin is about to tee off just behind us. And on that note, we caught up with him earlier this week.
Hello, my name is Rafael Jacquelin. I turned pro in 1995. And I live in Switzerland, Geneva, but I'm born in Lyon. First of all, I started in 1989, so I was 15 years old, so it was not that early. And I saw a sign called golf, and I thought it was a mini golf to start, because I haven't heard of that, the real golf before that. And I went there, and the guy just introduced me to the real golf. The director of that little club was very nice with me. He spent 2 hours of introduced me with the game, and then after that I went back to my home and see my parents and said, okay, find a new sport. I'm going to play golf. That's what it really. I have to say, I won the Junior French Championship in '93, and with starting golf in '89, it was a pretty good achievement. Yeah, it was quick.
That's very quick.
Yeah. When I was starting to play golf, I was watching the Masters, of course, like everyone, and I remember a lot of Jose Maria Olazabal. And then I played a lot with him after that on tour, and I think what it was impressive, still impressive, is like when he hit an iron. He takes exactly the same divot with every iron shot, which I don't do that. I tried, but I don't. Yeah, when the ball is in a divot, in the middle of fairway, I will have a free drop. I will say it's a free drop because, you deserve to be with a decent lie because you hit a good shot in the middle of fairway, and sometimes you got, in the middle of the divot, and that's not really fair. I love to play the Dunhill Links. Even before '97, last year we played there was a Dunhill Cup. So I played 2 times as a team, 3 guys, and that was fantastic. I love to play the Dunhill Links. I would love to play again with Ballesteros, of course. I played a lot with him, but that would be good. Always been a fantastic day to play with him, even when he was not at the top at the end, but that was fantastic. For the rest, I will play with my kids again. Yeah, I love to play with my kids and my family, actually. I would play with Greg, because we got a good record at the Sevi Trophy as a team, not individual, but as a team we did pretty good. Around sports, but I really, when I was young, was soccer. Playing soccer was my dream. So. In Japan, I have to sign a lot of jacket, but leather jacket. Brand new leather jacket. That was a bit strange, but yeah, okay, it's good. I signed, I don't know, like a 50 leather jacket.
Stuff there on Rafael Jacquelin. Please keep your comments coming in, Facebook and YouTube viewers. We will pitch them to the players tomorrow on tomorrow's show at 11:30. But right now we're going to go and join Matt Rose.
Yeah, well, we talked about getting in that bunker earlier, and I'll tell you what, Martin Keimer ended up in the trees, and he was just where that marshal's raking the buggy. Sorry, raking the bunker. He's got right on the edge. It was an awful shot. However, he's managed to get up and down. This will be huge if he makes this. This is his par putt. If he makes this, he stays on 4 over. Not a great score, but this will be a huge putt. Everyone's quiet. Well, you can hear there he didn't make it. What a shame. That would have been an excellent up and down from that bunker. I'll tell you what, he was just on the fringe. He basically had to grip the club all the way down the bottom. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so this is Lee Westwood's birdie putt. Excellent second shot out of the fairway. Yeah, crowd's gathering really now. This is an excellent spot to be watching golf. Taking one final look. I talked about pace of play earlier, and I talked about Richie Ramsey. Well, I'll tell you what, Lee Westwood doesn't half get on with it. There's nothing better. Here he goes. Yeah, very well done. So that means he's now going to move down to 4 under. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Matt. I'm actually now down on the first tee. We spoke to Matthew Southgate on the range earlier, and he is about to tee off. Just over my left shoulder here, you can see the players getting ready. He is 2 over. Joachim Lagergren, who we saw both on the range and the putting green as well, he is 3 over. Not a good day for him yesterday. And Nicholas Fast as well, also in there too. So we're going to just see what's going on here. Crowds are lining this first tee here. And they've been watching throughout the course of the morning and, of course, then walk their way down the fairway and indeed down to the studio where you guys are over there. And you can see the first hole through there. First hole, a par 4, 473 yards. I'm just going to dive in here and have a quick chat with a spectator. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Enjoying it, very good. Who are you here supporting?
Well, Tyrrell Hatton is my main man, really.
He's your pick. He's my pick for the tournament. We'll see how he gets on. Enjoy your day. Right, here we go. Looks like they're about to tee off, so I'll let you guys have a watch. So it looks like the players just going through their final preparations here. Blazing sun. And when we were talking to some of the players out on the range this morning, they mentioned the wind, which was a problem. I'll just show you the flags as well above Wentworth Club. They are blowing this morning. It'll be very interesting to see how that affects their play today. So Nicholas Fast then, 1 under, a good day for him yesterday. We've seen record crowds already this week for the Pro-Am Championship, which was on Wednesday, the day before it all kicked off yesterday. And again, we're seeing so many people here enjoying the sunshine and enjoying what's hopefully will be some cracking golf as well. Johan Carlsen, our current leader, 6 under. And Brandon Grace, just one shot behind now on 5 under. So things really hotting up. As the players make their preparation here, we're just going to pan over here to the putting green. You can see how close it is. So the players on the putting green will see exactly what's going on the first tee. They'll hear the atmosphere. Nerves palpable here. Ben Ann then, I've just heard as well, is 4 under. So it is closing in at the top, at the business end of day 2 on the BMW PGA Championship.
This is game number 8.
Well, he ripped that, a shout of beauty from the crowd. Certainly someone was very happy with that shot indeed. I'll tell you what, sport is so often about noise and drama, and here it's so quiet, and actually that makes the nerves and the tension so much more palpable. Brilliant atmosphere here. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. Just behind us, in fact, on the first tee, grandstand there. Ollie, I believe you have a few comments from Facebook and YouTube viewers.
Well, we've had a lot of fun today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. People are watching all over the world. Helen's in Australia. We've got someone watching in Dubai. Kristin says, great show. Leonardo. Loads of people have been commenting. Thank you, everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you join us tomorrow for a brand new time.
11:30. Please do not miss it. You can keep following all things Wentworth on myeuropeantour.com. But for now, from day 2 at Wentworth, it is goodbye.
Right hole location today. Difficult to get it all the way back there. You can see the wind starting to pick up. Here's Stenson. Second shot up the hill to the par 4 7th.